The Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans. With your host, Jesse Martin.
What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
John Taylor.
We finally got professional football back. This is going to be fun.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Max Taylor.
As long as you got Jaden Daniels, you got a chance to win.
Spanning the eras of Washington football. Honoring the past. Commanding the future. And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taylor.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday evening here. It's the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, man. It's cold outside, and it's going to get a lot colder depending on where you are in the country. Scott G, I'm sure, is going to have his nipples fall off before Sunday afternoon's football game. It is going to be so cold up where he is. Anyway, that's what's make me the world's worst podcast host is right out of the chute. I make you think of Scott G's nipples. So instead of making you think of that, I'll make you think of my friend over here from Southeastern Virginia, our good friend Jesse Martin. How are you, sir? I forgot your music. Shit, I'm all out of freaking whack already.
World's worst podcast host.
There I am. Okay. Hi, how you doing? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so you're recuperating from your trip to Europe.
Still, that herpesiphilococcus really gets to you.
Wow. Dang, I tell you what, man, that's a big word. I'll tell you, just to be able to go over to Europe and learn a word like that is pretty good. If a doctor has to teach it to you, I guess.
Sounds like you were hanging out with Andy Burroughs too much.
Oh, fucking Burroughs.
That's what you get, man. I'll tell you what.
He's going to love the Nut Squad.
Anyway. All right, so we're not sure where Scotty is. Today was what they call over there in his neck of the woods, his Christmas due at work. So we're assuming
that one down to the porcelain god right now.
He put the over-under earlier at 8 on the number of drinks he was going to have today. And then we find out that he's buying drinks for his whole section because he's the boss. Good for you, Scotty.
And when Karen sees that credit card bill, just imagine.
Well, I'm going to start trouble already. I think it was Karen's fault that he's not here. I would guarantee you he came home. He staggered into the frickin' door. What did he say he was drinking? Pink Ladies, Southern Comfort, some little fairy drink like that.
Not at a game
he
bar,
came
right?
home. He's something right. And he just says, Karen, why we podcast for that? And she didn't understand. She didn't wake him up. She's, sitting around watching television. Hey, Karen, how you doing? And Scotty is snoring away. Anyway, how you doing, Max?
I'm all right. And without Scott, can I ask a question? Can we talk some college?
You could have asked it
Can we talk some college football real quick?
Yeah. Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No.
No?
There is. Yeah. No.
Oh, he's having some fun.
Do you guys know what's happening at Michigan right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the coach got arrested.
Yeah, for wielding a butter knife at his girlfriend.
But I mean, look,
goddamn it, dude! If you're gonna threaten, you're gonna kill yourself. Grab something like at least a jar of relish you can hit yourself in the head with. A butter knife? Get the hell! What are you gonna do?
But in terms of
scratch himself to death.
In terms of the coaching carousel, this is like the NFL firing a coach like after the Super Bowl.
Well,
all the coaches are gone. Like Michigan's gonna scrape the bottom of a barrel. Early signing days already happened, so you got kids that are committed to a school now without a head coach. Michigan is in a world of hurt right now.
Be right back. I got to get my drink.
Until next year. See, here's the thing. In college football, the top teams never change. It never changes. All right. And, some teams, they go down for a little while. Clemson's down right now for a little while. Penn State's down for a little while now. Alabama's down for a little bit right now. But they'll come back because what they'll do is they'll show these kids this NIL money from all these other guys that have come through that are willing to pay it out, and they're gonna look at these palatial. Michigan has a fucking locker room.
They do.
It's the size of a county,
and they went 8-4. So,
you want to go play at Upper Appaloosa Tech or Slippery Rock? Go right ahead.
Yeah, they went 8-4 with all of the talent in the world. They had a true freshman quarterback from Detroit, supposed to be the savior, and he couldn't go beat Oklahoma at home. So
he was busy, having extramarital affairs in his office.
Now,
he was assistant.
I know that you hate the college playoff because you think that it's all the same teams. But
it always is for the most part.
Well,
Every once in a while,
JMU.
changes some.
Do you want to guess the spread for JMU and Oregon?
I did love
like
JMU's
21 and a
tweet
half.
about how they think Oregon's the slowest team that they've ever seen. I thought
Jesse's
that was
spot on. It's 21.5.
Oh wow!
21 and a half?
Wow! Wow. That was it. That was a total get. Well, it was an educated guess, but I figured it'd be pretty big.
The spread's 21.5, and the over/under's at 50.5. So they think JMU is going to go out there and put up some points. JMU in the last,
I think they will too.
They've gone from they were the FCS champion 10 years ago. They joined the FBS 3 years ago, and now they're the 12 seed in the college football playoff.
See, the problem there is within 10 years, you graduate almost all of your players.
I mean, yeah, but they've built a program.
Yeah.
And they've gone through 3 head coaches. This is going to be they're about to hire their 3rd head coach, because the first one is at Indiana, building that program up, doing everything he's doing. Right. The second one just took a job at UCLA. He's going to stick around, and UCLA beat Penn State with an interim head coach. And then now they have a 3rd one. By the way, Oregon State in the middle of the season fired their interim coach.
Well, I mean, why not? If you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. Fuck it. Fire them all. Fire them all. Which is what everybody wants to do here in Washington, is fire everybody. You know, I'm hearing now. So let's just start off with the old elephant in the room there. Where's my video here? La, la, la. All right, sounds to me like Jesse had something to say before I hit the elephant.
This can actually be bundled in with the elephant in the room. I want to say hi to our buddy Cam, which is in the chat right now.
Hey, Cam. I don't know how in the world that works out with you, but okay. What's going on, Cam? I know Cam.
He gave me the greatest birthday present I think I've received in a very, very long time.
Jesse, is this podcast talk?
Yes, this podcast.
Okay, good.
And I told him it's going to be my new backdrop, and it's going to be my new backdrop as soon as I put up my new setup. I have a new setup that I've been.
Jesse, you got a new setup for 2 years.
I know it's sitting in a box right now, waiting to be set up. I just got to find room for my desk. So I just want to let Cam know that it's much appreciative, and it will be. It's a nice personalized Spain flag, with Commanders stuff on it, and it's really, really cool. So just want to throw that out there.
Very cool, man. Very cool. I like the raise hail flag back there. I like your backdrop.
There'll be room. There might be room for that. There might be room.
Yeah, I always, that's why I like my backdrop back here is just shit that I've collected, right? And like over here, here's my Super Bowl 17 Super Bowl champions button. That kind of shit. So I like backdrops that are not necessary. I know yours is just bought in from the store, but that's okay.
It's a towel. I like those too. His balls off with, right?
I like those too.
This is just a blanket.
Oh, I thought it was a towel.
No, it's a blanket hanging from the ceiling. I had to put some. I have some wire and stuff.
That's what this is right here too. A blanket. Right here.
All right. Well, the blanket is over there on my chair for the dog to lay on. You think I'm kidding? There he is. Well, he's down here somewhere. There he is. Stupid dog. All right. Anyway, so we're here to talk about the Commanders. They're going to play the Giants this weekend. A lot of people are out on the team. The team is officially out of the playoffs. So what have we got to watch for this weekend? We were talking about the elephant in the room, and the elephant in the room is, I don't remember what the elephant in the room was. Oh, I remember what it was. People are talking about seats getting warm. And I mean, when you're talking seats getting warm, I'm not talking about Tommy Donatello, the freaking defensive backs coach who ought to be kicked in the ass and thrown out right away. I'm talking about Dan Quinn's seat. Where are you sitting with this? Ostensibly, it's possible we could lose out.
We will.
Listen, I don't care if we lose out and get eggs each game. Dan Quinn's seat is ice cold. Ice cold.
Oh, see, that's a hot take for such a cold statement.
I don't believe that's a hot take whatsoever. I think it's realistic.
If we got goose egged by the Eagles, Cowboys, or Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. Geez, I said G.
We're not.
We can see the reason why you would think it's warm. I don't think it should be warm, but frankly, in the last 8 weeks, they've been competitive in one game.
Right. And see, here's the thing for me. If they lose out, yeah, you got to talk about it. George Seifert, I think, did really well with the fucking Panthers one year and then went 1-15 the next year, and they rightfully fired him. But maybe I'm remembering that wrong.
We went into the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, and then the next year
next year we had a raft of injuries to high-profile players.
Well, that's great.
But
Jesse, the fact is, in an 8-week span, 7 games have been uncompetitive. Not just losses. If it's a loss, I don't care if it's a close loss.
One of those last week.
Yeah, they've had one. They've just been so uncompetitive. It's like, what are we failing to do here? Is the team not wanting to play? Like, what's happening here?
Well, injuries is the biggest part of the story of the year, and that's still true. Getting beat 31-0 by the Vikings, that's not really part of the story, I don't think, in terms of injuries. I don't think we can start to blame all of the defensive failures on just injuries this deep into the season, especially getting shellacked like that by a fucking punk ass like JJ McCarthy. I mean, God damn it. Sarcasm if you don't understand it, but who the fuck plays fucking quarterback at Michigan, for God's sakes? Who loses to a quarterback from Michigan?
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
Right. So, yeah, but you follow what I'm saying? I always say this. When you look at a season, you take the best and you take the worst and you throw them out there anomalies. So the worst right now is a 31-0 loss to JJ McCarthy, who up until that week had played one quarter of football. Or am I missing something? He played one decent quarter of football in like week 1 against the Bears.
That's very true.
So they had an opportunity there. When football is a multi-layered game. There's the physical aspect of it where you have to fucking go out there. There's the cerebral aspect of it where you have to plan it and strategize. You have to strategize about what you're going to do. There's the other aspect of it that says that, look, we've got a quarterback who's got to be doubting himself. All right. You've got an opportunity. You've got a chance here to really put the clamps, and then they went out and laid an egg like that. So when you talk about not even freezing cold, you're saying, like ice cold, if they lose out, there's not a chance that you have to look at it. I'll throw one last caveat, and I'm sorry to keep the microphone, but I'm throwing this last little thought in for you to pick at. The Patriots, the Bears, both who also have quarterbacks that were drafted last year, number 1, 2, and 3, and they changed their coaches for success. I mean, granted, we
changed their coaches because it was years of ineptitude by the coach previously on.
Well, that's us too.
So
that's us too.
I mean, you make tweaks here and there, but we're not going to be this bad team that oh shit, we had a bad year with a million fucking injuries. Let's fire the coach. It's all his fault. That's just dumb. That's what bad teams do. Sorry, I'm not even apologize for it. That's just stupid.
Those two teams are one. Well, the Bears aren't anymore, but the Patriots are the first seed in the AFC right now, I believe. Number two,
because the Broncos have them in a tiebreaker. Right,
the Broncos. This is going to be an interesting weekend. We'll talk about that coming up because the Broncos play at home against the Packers, and the Bills play and this is so strange. The Broncos and the Patriots are both home dogs.
What was the name while we're talking about the league? The Jets are starting a nobody at quarterback this week.
We'll get to that, yeah, because that'll give you enough time to look up his name. All right, so the title of this show is Giant Opportunities for Some. All right, so the season is over, and then we, once whatever happens, we can talk about whether Dan Quinn's seat should be hot or whatever we think should happen in the offseason then. But there are things to be looking for. Jesse, what are you looking for this weekend?
Yeah, players to step up. You have an opening at tight end. You have a young tight end and Ben Sinnott that needs to start coming into his own now. Let's see if he's the future. We need to see if there's pieces of the future on this team right now. And the Zach Ertz losing him is big. And now I know we talked about him possibly not playing here next year a couple of weeks ago. That's obvious. That's the case now. So someone's got to fill his shoes.
By the way, we talked about that first.
Yeah.
We did.
Someone's going to have to step up and fill his shoes, be that safety blanket for the quarterback. And let's see how much Ben Sinnott has learned. You know, for most tight ends, I mean, there's only so many Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce's in the world. You know, it takes a little while for tight ends to
even
to
Kelce
really come into their own, because it's such a difficult position to learn, because not only you need to learn the offensive line calls, but you know, you have all your routes and protections as well. So I think it's going to be a big opportunity for Ben Sinnott, and I'm excited to see what he has to offer.
Max, you got all huffy with me.
Because you said that Travis Kelce wasn't Brock Bowers.
Well, not as a rookie. I mean, Brock Bowers set unbelievable records.
I mean, that is true.
Max,
but
enjoy Christmas. Stop huffing at your father.
Harumph.
It was funny. My dad was jamming to some Christmas tunes earlier. What the fuck are you doing?
Before we started the show, I was putting Christmas lights on the back deck.
There you go. So, all right. Well, since we want to include everybody in the show, we will also say we're putting Christmas lights up for you people that don't like Christmas. Who cares? Hey, anyway, that's 3-4 times that we've said Christmas on the show. I just want to make sure that that's out there so the FBI can put it down on the list about how good we're being, because that's who we really have to worry about keeping a naughty list or a nice list.
Christmas and bombs.
Don't you dare say anything like that. I don't want to get in trouble on this show. Here, we're talking Christmas. That's what we're talking. All right, so yeah, obviously the tight end position is wide open. Everybody's talking about Ben Sinnott. He's a second-round pick. We have to see him step up.
We got Yankoff too out there. Yeah.
He's yanking off all over the field. I thought that the last couple of games they've been more inclined to throw the ball to him, even though it's only been twice. Max, what do you think?
The tight ends, yeah, you want to see Ben Sinnott get involved. You want to see Yankoff get involved. Frankly, you just want to see the offense do something. Like the offense, they've just been stuck in neutral this entire season. And I mean, as Paulie's saying down in the chat right now, Pitts is a free agent. So there are free agents out there, and this free agent class, it's not going to be something special, but there's going to be some diamonds in the rough around if you can find them.
Pitts ain't leaving in Atlanta.
Scott is passed out somewhere, probably in a gutter. He's probably down at some police constable station. So I'm going to try to catch up on some of the chats here. Here's Ian Lockhart saying he agrees with Jesse. DQ is safe. Scotty found himself in a gay bar.
No, I didn't. No.
That's where Scott's at.
Yeah. Oh, Ian wanted to punch me in the face, from what I understand. DQ is safe for this season. No, I mean, I don't think there's no way. When you're saying that, Ian, you got to clarify. You mean he's safe for 2026 for next season, or at least through the end of this year? I would hope so.
I think
that's Cameron. His seat might not be hot, but I think questions will be asked if we lose out and don't compete. That's what I'm saying. If you lose out, you gotta ask. You just can't go, that's okay. Gosh, that was just terrible. That's good. Let's see. Who do you got here? We got Paulie Wood up here. What's up, Paulie? This weekend, I'm looking for our coaching staff to creatively find a way to come up short in a competitive game against the Giants. Winning is losing now, and losing is winning. Oh, I don't want to hear it.
I can't do it. I cannot do it. I don't give a shit about draft standing status. I want to win no matter what.
That's right. I mean, there's only one thing you can learn from losing, and it's losing. That's it. Max, tell me who else you're looking at this weekend.
The defensive line.
Paulie's arguing. I don't want to hear about playing for pride. I'd rather have a Super Bowl parade in 3 years than a pride parade on Monday. Well, I mean, look,
can I shift gears real quick?
It's too cold for a pride parade. You ever seen how those people dress for fun?
Hold on. Did you see what's going on with the World Cup with the pride stuff?
No. Oh, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Look,
you don't think it's funny who's playing in the game?
What, the Egyptians and Iranians?
Yes, the two countries in the World Cup that hate that more than anybody.
Look, here's the thing. Hate is a word that people are going to fucking enjoy no matter what the hell's going on. Somewhere somebody's got to fucking hate on something and just not let people be people. And that's it. Just leave people the fuck alone. Oh, we did not throw Max out, just so anybody knows. Maybe the FBI did.
Yeah, all right, Paulie says on his back porch.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. Pitts will be a free agent. Let's kick the tires. Absolutely.
Yeah, listen.
I would have said that.
There's not going to be tires to pick. Atlanta's going to sign him before March. Let's get that out there right now. Yes, it would be lovely, but they're going to retain him.
By
no
the way,
question about it.
Since I know he pays attention to this podcast, fuck you, Kirk Cousins. Man, I had a good fucking parlay last night. Everything.
Hey,
you motherfucker.
Mooney hit. I'm just letting y'all know that right now.
Mooney. Listen, I one of the podcasts I listen to has a Falcons fan on it. He usually pulls up a stupid, fucking ridiculous, unbelievable. He calls it the fucking generational wealth parlay of the week or something. It's goofy as shit. And he said that Kirk Cousins was going to throw for 340 yards last night. I'll be fucking goddamn.
He got 348, didn't he?
Jesus Christ. If there's one thing I can't figure out, Jesse, it's the goddamn Atlanta Falcons. But we're here to talk about the Commanders. Obviously, I'm looking at the tight ends. I'm looking at Sinnott. I'm looking at Yankoff. I want to see, for one, I want to see Sinnott's pass catching ability. I want to see Yankoff's blocking ability. You know, I know Yankoff can catch. I think I know Sinnott can catch. He had a big catch. Was it against the Lions in the playoffs last year?
He's had a big catch in the last 4 games.
I want to see him get 6 big catches a game. We need a tight end that does that, a threat tight end.
Jesse's only got 4 catches on the season.
Yeah, he has. I mean,
I was just looking at his stats. I think the last 4 games he's gotten catches, right? Yeah. Well, no, never mind.
Yeah, Paulie's. Well, now I know Yankoff's gotten 2 catches over the last 4 games, but they don't throw too much outside of Earth. They haven't thrown too much to the tight end. McGee is the guy he's most curious about, says Paulie Wood, and I think we are due to see him take the field. And I agree. I'm interested in watching McGee. I've liked what I've seen out of him. I've liked and disliked what I've seen out of him. I think what I dislike is more scheme related, but I think that when he comes in, man, as Joe Whitwood has said, he comes with violence, and I like when he makes a hit. Who else are you looking at, Jesse? Well, I might as well stick with offense. If there's anybody on offense, what do you think about maybe looking at some Brandon Coleman?
I mean, you got to figure out what you're going to do with that guy. You know, I think
in for a while.
I think our offensive line is pretty set for next year. Max, you might know this more than I. I think everybody's on contract. Am I correct on that?
I don't think Biotish is,
except for maybe Chris Paul.
Keep talking. I'll pull it up.
Chris Paul's not.
Chris Paul
is not. Chris Paul is not.
I think that's the easy re-sign right there. I mean,
I hope so.
You know, he came up. So Brandon Coleman, former 3rd round pick, was the starting left tackle for at least most of the year in 2024 during our run. It'd be nice to hang on to him, but he's still under contract. But if you could get anything for him, you might want to go ahead and do that.
For Coleman?
Yeah.
I would agree. If there's people willing to trade and think that they can develop him into a decent left tackle, I don't think he was terrible at left tackle last year. I just don't think he was the guy. But if somebody thinks that they can develop him into something, left tackles have value. And I don't care whether they're the bad or depth guys. There's value there. So if a decent trade offer comes for him, I would listen.
I'd take a 4th or 5th round pick for him.
So Chris Paul and Andrew Wiley are UFAs after this year.
Yeah, Andrew Wiley. That's right. I forgot about it. I'd be interested in re-signing Andrew Wiley. I think that we do like the depth that we have. I like having veteran depth there.
You also got to think with Coleman, using him as a swing tackle as well too. So it's something that we would need.
Trent Scott's a free agent too, if I recall.
Scott and George Fant are.
George Fant can go, but Trent Scott, you gotta love him. I mean, he's Jaden's first touchdown pass. I think he goes in the Ring of Fame.
I think those are just the, you can just pick up off the street in the off season type of players.
But why not pick up the guy that everybody? I mean, let's face it, Trent Scott, when he's out there, he's not going to be commanding a whole lot of attention, I think. But if he's a pick up off the street guy, why not pick him up off of our own street?
He can probably run an in route.
I like him as a pass. When he comes in, he doesn't embarrass himself. How about that? And really, so I'd like to see. I don't know how much I would like to see, them sit offensive linemen in this game unless we're up by 30. That would be nice. but I wouldn't mind seeing some Brandon Coleman.
No,
It's
your starters should play this entire game.
Even if they're up by 30. I mean, let's dream a little bit. This is the Giants. Fuck them.
You're right, but this is also Jackson Dart, who's going to dot us up every time he gets on the field.
Hear yourself.
Look, it's pain.
If this was Philly last game of the season, that'd be one thing. But it's no. We still got
4 to go.
We've got
5 to go. 4 to go.
And let's not kill our backup quarterback. We probably will need him again next year at some point in time.
So Johnny Newton. Everybody's down on Johnny Newton. They're really kind of down on AP. They said
they're just down they're down for being down. They're upset about the season. They're upset about all the injuries and how the season has unfolded. People have got to fuck over it. Well, trying to blame other things than what it actually is.
I don't know that it's blame to be able to look at it and say, okay, second round pick Senate, the jury's still out. And even though we know it's a 3-year curve on tight ends for the most part, the jury is still out, and we're almost at that 3rd year. Jason Newton, we should have expected a little bit more, and I'm thinking that maybe the changes on the defensive line have caused him to have different. He's not playing many snaps at all, man.
The thing with Newton too is it's that foot injury that he had. He lost his step when he came out of college. He had a Lisfranc injury, and there's only 3 successful linemen that have come back after a Lisfranc.
And they drafted him anyway.
Yes, but that's because of the skill set that he had. Skill wise, he's great.
Okay,
I mean they took the best player on the board at the time.
Look, I got to tell you,
it wasn't. We all knew when it happened, and it was a semi dart throw, but you had to take a player of that caliber there. So I'm not blaming AP for taking Newton at that spot.
I'm playing
hindsight because it's the same thing with the Chase Young shit. Everybody and their brother would have took Chase Young where they took Chase Young if he was available. Shit didn't work out. Sometimes that fucking shit happens.
Well, I think that the problem with Chase Young, it was not Chase Young for the most part. I think it was that our coaching staff really didn't have any control over him. They didn't really have any way to give him something to do. He thought he was doing better than what that they could do. And frankly, when you looked at what our coaching staff at the time was able to do with our defense, he was probably right. He showed up in his rookie year, that's for sure. Scott's passed out, and we're just going to go with that. That's what he is. He had his Christmas party tonight at work, and
Karen stuck a butt plug in his ass as soon as he walked in the door.
Go there. At least Scott's. Should have.
You're right, Paulie. It's just worthless in week 14, and it's not going to get us back on track.
No, but it's not blame to look at the draft picks and say, okay. When you tell me second round pick, and practically anybody, Jesse, if I said to you, if we were just discussing something completely outside of this, second round pick, you expect contributor. All right. 20% of the snap contributor, I'm not so sure is giving us what we expected. Kane Medrano, another story, not showing up. Who other than Jaden?
Look, we all know, and we know this about the draft, and this happens to all teams. It's not just our team. The draft is a fucking crapshoot,
right? But you got to hit on something,
in like 3 players, 3 of 7. That's the average. That's the average of hits. If you hit 3, you're doing good.
Have we?
Yeah,
so I mean, I think this is a critical offseason here.
I mean, you get to even call. I mean, Brandon Coleman was kind of a hit. I mean, he was a starting left tackle. Let's not sugarcoat that at all.
No, but
he was a starting left tackle that helped lead the team to a NFC championship.
Right. Well, now wait a minute. Now let's see. Paulie says Trey Amos is thriving in LA. No, Trey Amos is on IR.
Emmanuel Forbes.
Emmanuel Forbes he's doing thriving up until everybody said, "Hey, look at Emmanuel Forbes," and ever since then,
and every person that is listening to this or is a fan at all of the Commanders wanted Forbes out of the fucking building. Let's again.
Face it, the players we want. Ian says, "Face it, the players we want to keep are what the teams want. So tradable players, none." I think you're right in that we don't have much value in tradable players. There might be some that we could build up, but I don't think there's much, especially with guys that we would want to have here. Jesse, your immediate brain went to Terry, trade Terry. And you're right. He's probably the highest value we could get, and we'd get a third. And I just don't think that we're going to get enough for that with a third to justify it over what we could get out of him for the next 2 years.
This goes back on the gamble that AP had to take.
Yeah,
he had to. He had to try to take that gamble because of the success that we had in year one. Larry Tunsil, and I'm sorry, Larry Tunsil's played fine for us. I think he's worth what we gave up. He's
absolutely.
been a
and we should
solid left
re-sign
tackle
it right now.
He's a solid left tackle. The Deebo Samuel 5th round pick, fuck yeah. Marshawn didn't work out, but I believe it was the right trade at the right time. They were trying to shore up the defensive backfield for a playoff run. They were trying to have foresight, and
frankly, he didn't do terrible. Like
Lattimore,
was he worth the 3rd round? No, but he wasn't. Yeah, he was better than what we had.
Yeah, Lattimore wasn't as awful as everybody made it out to be. I will say that
he wasn't very good.
Yeah,
I just wonder what he could do with a decent defensive coordinator, letting them run into a ski. That's the thing that. Go ahead, Max. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore got picked on because he's a number 1 corner. He's going to be against the number 1 wideout. No crap. People are going to throw the ball to Mike Evans and AJ Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Shocker. But he didn't. They look at what those
one of them.
In the playoffs, he played all 3.
No. I'm talking about. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about this.
To Max's point too, you had a defensive coordinator that fucking could not call, the right plays at the right time. So again, a lot of people are trying to blame AP for giving up all this draft capital, but he did it for the right reasons.
I agree.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out in that one place. With Marshawn Lattimore, it did not work out.
I'm also saying like signing older players like a Bobby Wagner and a Zach Ertz. You're taking a gamble to try to build off that. That
listen, it worked out last
NFC
year.
Championship,
right?
But it didn't work out because one thing after another happened. We started just going down with injuries here, injuries there. Damn, you're throwing to fucking practice squad players. You're throwing to Robbie Chosen.
Listen, the thing that people forget about the entire offseason is, and I should just put this on a fucking loop. And it's that there was nobody available that was really a game changer in anything that we needed. Everybody. And I'm talking everybody. There was nobody out there that was in cap hell. There was nobody out there that was up against the cap. Everybody had so much space that they could just fucking sign anybody that they wanted to keep. And I always point to Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. I mean,
this dude is I'm done with the Browns.
I am not going to play for them. There's no way. I'm tired of losing. And they backed up enough money to his fucking house, and he said, "Oh, okay, I'll play for you." And so that left us the Eddie Goldmans of the world. That left us these guys that were these older veterans that we had to sign to fill out the roster because we don't have enough players that are in development thanks to what Ron left us.
Exactly. That's the point.
We have to have cornerstones.
Yeah, so that's the point right there, John. You hit the nail on the fucking head right there.
Right on the nose.
You look at all the draft picks and players that Ron drafted. Who was actually left from his draft? Who's left?
Right. Well, Paulie says we made moves with the hope expectation that Daniels would play more than Mariota. And of course, you always build for hoping that your starters are going to stay in the game. That period.
I disagree with this because you bring in Wise, an actual, 3-down starter. He was
Wise just got hurt in the first week.
He was supposed to be, Fowler is not a run. All Fowler does is rush the passer.
Look, you want to see Fowler stop the run? Watch the first play of the NFC Championship game that Saquon Barkley ran right past, and watch him just domino everybody.
What did he have? 10.5 sacks for us last year.
He did. He lucked into a lot of them. He offset them with at least 3 penalties because remember, I used to yell on our fucking chat all the time. He'd come in, granted, you got to get your hands up, but when he'd come down with him, he'd come right down on the fucking guy's head. Yeah. And he would cost us 15 yards. That shit.
How many sacks does Von Miller have for us this year? because
maybe
he
2 or
was
3.
supposed to be playing that type of role.
You want him
now
to
it's
get 5 or 6.
expanded.
I want to say 3.5, but
right. So really, these are
6.
off-season topics.
6, yeah.
What we're looking for out of the players that we have this week. All right. So with Jerzon Newton, this morning on Red Zone in the Lab Radio, which if you're not listening to in the morning on Twitter, you should be listening to it in the morning on Twitter. It's a lot of fun. Those guys are good. And they also had Terry McLaurin's ego on there this week. That was a lot of fun. But Paulie, you actually would like that a lot. I think you would like that a lot. Yeah, because we had Terry McLaurin's ego coming in there. I lost my train of thought thinking about that. Oh, they were talking about the what? Say it again.
Yeah.
That's right. There we go. I got myself all. There we go. Let's see. Oh. See, this thing that we just put up right there is designed to give me half a second to think about what the fuck I was talking about. And try to remember where I was, but I can't remember where I was. Deuce was talking about it this morning with some guys, and I can't remember what the hell they were.
Johnny Newton.
Johnny Newton. Okay. Luxury pick. This is where I have a problem. All right. You said earlier, Jesse, and that's where I started to go with this, and that's how long ago I forgot it. Is that, yes, at the time we are able to take a look at a pick like Jerzon Newton, and fuck, I'm never going to get this thought out. You know that? Here comes the FedEx man.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Jerzon Newton. Okay, when you make a pick like that, you've got a fucking luxury to be able to do it. All right. Yeah. If you make a pick like him, you have to have a plan to make it work. You have to have a plan for him. Otherwise, you're just doing the same old trying to stick a round hole in a square peg. Right. So I don't know what it is that's cost him his snaps this year. Why is he not getting more snaps than Sheldon Day? Why is he not out snapping Eddie Goldman? It just makes no sense.
Is he not?
I don't know if he is or not. I think he's only playing like 20% of the snaps.
Aren't they really like doing that rotation?
They do.
You know, I think probably Payne has the most snaps, but I think the others are pretty much in a rotation. So,
well, I mean, yeah, but I think I would like to see the second year man a lot more than those other guys. You telling me he can't get more rotational snaps than fucking?
I do think most teams do that. You know, playing defensive tackle, that's a heavy job, and you know sometimes the defensive it calls for more heavy personnel, or sometimes it calls for lighter personnel. But I think they want Payne on the field more than anybody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the most rotated position. I get that. But when you're talking to me about, okay, we've got Jerzon Newton, we've got Sheldon Day, we've got Eddie Goldman, I think Jerzon Newton should by now be able to get more snap counts than those other two guys, significantly.
Goldman has 9 more snaps played than Newton this season, and Sheldon Day is like 100 less.
Well, Sheldon Day just joined the team.
Okay, he's been on the team all year long.
No, he just came back in November. Me and Scotty were talking about this the other day. Remember when we were because y'all were asking me who's that guy? Whenever you can't read the name and it's all hair, it's Sheldon Day. And Scott thought that they had just signed him this week. Anyway, we're way off of this. I want to see more out of Jerzon Newton. I want to see more snaps. I don't care what the personnel grouping says in your chart.
The competitive
part of the season is over,
and they don't want to overwork his foot. Like that very well could be.
I don't think he has it. I don't think he's got the power and coming off that foot, because the only two that I can think of that came off of a list, Frank, which is what he had, Strahan and Jonathan Allen. And if you look at
Jonathan Allen a little while to get,
it took John Allen 2 years.
Yeah, that first year back was not good.
Yeah, Liz Frank is a career killer. And anyway, all right. So who else in the defense are you? I've got to see more out of Will Harris. We
got to see more out of Quan Martin. Okay, go back to last year. He had a really, really good year, and everybody was talking, oh, this should be a Pro Bowl year for him. And this year, it just doesn't have it at all.
No, so last game, he was okay.
He actually had a good tackle in the hole on the running back.
And if you watch that play,
But how many bad tackles?
I mean,
and misses?
I mean, I'm just saying that he actually had one that was a good play. He
did.
He actually squared
him
up
and
and
so
put his
hard, I
shoulder.
thought it was Reeves. When he upended it, I said, "Damn, the Revo's in there."
It's like this year. I mean, he had like if you go back to 2024, man, and rewatch some of those games, our defense wasn't great, but you did see Quan out there, making big hits and being in good position to make plays.
Like
this year, it just seems like the communication had gone. Now, since Will Harris has come back, I think he's played maybe a little bit better.
Tell you
a little bit more comfortable with the veteran out there, and I think the defense as a whole, they haven't really given up that big play since Harris has been back. The big play.
The Vikings, their longest play was 20 yards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I got
That's
you
what
there.
I mean.
The play that Quan made there when you were talking about when he really upended the running back, I can't remember whether it was. I think
it was Jones.
All right, when he really made that nice hit. I saw a highlight of it this week, and you watch Harris. Harris hesitates for almost a full second and then Quan kind of saves that play because it looks to me like Harris should be filling there, and he completely botches it. So I want to see a little bit more out of Will Harris, but what I want to see the most out of in the next 4 weeks, Cliff. I want to see Cliff adjust his play calling.
Run the damn ball.
I do not want to see. Look, if they are, in my opinion, what they're going to do is low key cut. They're just going to bench Jaden. They're not going to let him come back. But if they do, rely on your strength. Your running game is your strength. Let me see Cliff work this trio the way it could be and should be worked. Jesse, what do you say about that? You heard what he said about his play calling at the 2-yard line last week?
No, I didn't.
He took responsibility for it.
Yeah,
but
great.
Yeah, great. No. I mean, we were talking about this last week because, like you said, Debo dropped that pass. This was on the first drive. Debo drops the pass. The pass to Coleman.
It's just on all hindsight. I mean, even Cliff. I should have run the ball. Well, I mean, it's hindsight because the plays were there. If Debo doesn't drop it, we're not talking about it. So it's the same difference. I mean, one thing about Cliff is he doesn't have to change what he wants to do so drastically because of the type of quarterback that Mariota is. But since we do have a healthy Terry McLaurin and we do have a healthy, seemingly healthy Debo Samuel and a healthy Noah Brown, let's see that playbook. And every time you say Noah Brown, Taman loses a hair.
Captain, by the way.
Hey, listen,
he ain't got
Noah Brown finished the game last week. So hooray.
And he got rewarded with a captain. He's captain this week.
Yeah, he's captain.
So I know John's loving
down
that.
Running out
but I think let's see that playbook open and let's see Cliff get in his bag and let's score some points. Let's see.
Look, I don't want to see Cliff in his bag. What I mean to say is what I want to see from Cliff is
shrink the playbook.
Not shrink the playbook. Use the players that you have to the strengths that you have available to you. Optimize what you've got going on. All right. So even when Jaden comes back, I don't want to see any more of this fucking design quarterback run shit. I'm tired of him running. I don't care how it is or when it is he gets hurt. Whatever. At any time, all quote unquote running quarterbacks have to learn to play in the pocket or they don't survive. And it's just that simple. If you've got him this year, especially as sore as he is, all right, don't do it anymore. Mariota, I don't care. Run him a little bit, but I want to see Cliff use these 3 backs. All right. 2 of them are going to be free agents this coming season. One of them is going to be restricted in C-Rod. And I know everybody hates, oh God, I don't want to C-Rod. He's not a number 1 back. Whatever. This dude belongs on his fucking football team. Whatever. And so does Jeremy McNichols. Every time you give him the goddamn ball, he does something with it. Am I lying? No. So if we want to see what Bill can do, let's see this 3-headed approach. That's the NFL nowadays. Number 1 back gets you 18 carries, right?
Yeah, if that.
Okay. So let's see it. I want to see 30 to 32 carries against the Giants because I want to see us be able to keep it to a game that we can do that and split it amongst these 3 guys. If we can get Bill 12 carries, I think he can do a lot with that. Anyway, go ahead. What do you got to say about it? Anything? Or should we move on to the NFL for this week?
Let's move on to the NFL.
All right. We will talk about some NFL football games right now. Listen, if you're new to us right now, you found out that this is really a free-form discussion about the Commanders. It goes all over the place. We might say we're going to preview this, and you end up talking about what we've all talked about here. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Your dogs will start screaming, and you'll just go Johnny Newton, Johnny Newton, Johnny Newton, so you don't forget what you're talking about. Yes,
because the fucking FedEx guy shows up. Yeah, he's working off his tip right now. All right, so let's see here. Jesse, you got that up in front of you?
Well, I thought I did. It's gone now. Hold on a second. Let's go back.
I got it.
Why are they not on here? I know they were here earlier, right?
You might have. Isn't it fun to work this damn thing?
Go Giants, go! Go out and march to victory. Go out and roll down that field.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Dart.
There you go. I forgot everybody when he had teeth.
This is why I am not the best podcast host in the world, because I need people that will put that kind of shit up for me to fun of.
There they are.
All right, so here we go.
All right, we got game one.
God! All right, Brady Cook.
Did you have time to find this guy's name? Hang on a minute, I got you. You're right here.
Oh, there we go.
Brady Cook is starting at quarterback for the Jets.
Brady
Cook, a rookie from Missouri.
All right.
He's a QBR on season 6.
Did he play Division I football?
He went to Missouri.
All right, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yes, he played in the SEC.
All right. Okay, so yes, Missouri. All I can see with that is Missouri going, "We are in the SEC. Yes, we are." Yeah, right.
He played last week against the Dolphins. He went 14 of 30 for 163 yards and 2 interceptions. He was sacked 6 times.
He's going to get his ass kicked this week.
He may, but the Jets defense is pretty good. And the Jaguars, man, that 30.5 worries me a little bit. I mean, maybe this Cook guy can get what's his name involved. Shit, why can't I?
Jesse, did you just say the Jets defense is good?
Or Adonai, what's his name? Adonai.
No,
he's in the. You're talking about Brian Thomas.
You're talking about Breece Hall.
No, I'm talking about Jets receiver.
Adonai,
Wilson.
What's it? Adonai.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
Isn't he still hurt?
Oh, Garrett Wilson.
Is he still hurt? I thought he came back.
No, they got the guy from the Colts.
Pierce
Mitchell.
Not Pierce. Donnie Mitchell.
This is the segment where we're supposed to know what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Breece Hall was run for 178 yards and scored a touchdown, but I still got the Jaguars.
Yeah. The Jags are going to win this game.
Oh,
they're going to win. Yeah, but I don't think.
I mean, look. Give me the Jags are going to cover.
You're thinking the Jags cover? I would take the over on the Jaguars on this. I would definitely take the over on the Jaguars. And I think that Scott has, when you see Scott's pisser, he's got Travis Etienne down for an anytime touchdown. I think that's pretty good.
So the Jags are going to cover this over under by themselves. This is going to be not a good game.
Of course, it's not going to be a good game. You see who's there on the left?
What I mean is the Jags are going to score 42 by themselves.
In the TV guide, when you look it up and it says New York Jets versus, it just says not a good game in parentheses. Parental guidance is, suggested not a good game. All right, so what other crappy game do we have next? The Jaguars are going to cruise into the playoffs.
We got the Texans and the Cardinals. Texans were favored by 9.5. Over under is 42.5. And Brissett hasn't been playing terrible with the Cardinals. It's going to be interesting to see what they do at the end of the year with Kyler Murray.
He's going to put him in a bag and throw him in a swamp like he's a little kitten.
Texans, their defense is absolutely asinine. They're fucking awesome. So I think the Texans roll in this one. That 9.5 is still a little much for me.
The Texans are going to go. I would hammer the under on this game, but the Texans are going to win.
I will hammer the under on every game the Texans play. Their defense is nasty. They are smothering. They do not let the pass happen. Marvin Harrison is out with his toe injury. I'll tell you what. Did you see him sitting on the sidelines last week with his glasses on? You would never think this guy was a football player. He looks like Steve Urkel standing over there. Give me the Texans. Give me the under. The way that they're playing right now on defense, they're going to smother the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And that's just all there is to it. The Cardinals, they're going to get theirs here a little bit, but it's not going to be more than 42. No.
This is going to be a good one. This
this game of the week right here. This is the
it's
game
a 1
for
o'clock
the
game.
AFC.
This is a 1 o'clock game in the snow.
Yeah.
Bills at Patriots. Bills are favored by 1.5. Over under is 49.5. And I don't care if it's in the snow. I like the over in this game. Who's going to win? I think is a coin flip. Like the odds makers, seem to think it's going to be. But I like the over in this.
See, for me, I look at it where the Patriots just come off a bye week. They just annihilated the Giants on Monday Night Football. Why are they home dogs? I think the Bills are going to win, though.
I think the Bills, they were down were they down like by 20 points and then came back and one was like 39-32 or something like that.
Seems like the type of Josh Allen game where he's going to have 6 touchdowns by himself.
Yeah. I kind of like that. I'm leaning towards Bills in this game, but I do like the over in this game. I think it's going to be a high scoring affair.
I think Drake May has to prove it, and this is the prove it game.
And I think he's going to. I think the Bills' defense is not what anybody thinks it is. I think their offense is hot and cold. They are either going to be that kind of offense that scores 6 touchdowns, James Cook gets off, or fucking the big galoot has himself a big game. But they are just as likely to. What did you say? The big galoot?
What did you say?
Oh, you guys got to watch some television or something. Watch some westerns. The big galoot. You know who I am. He is. Here's the thing. I think that Vegas is giving the Bills this because they think everybody's going to jump on the Bills. They look at them and they say, "Oh, this is the Bills. This is the time of the year for the Bills." No, the Patriots have won how many in a row, Max?
A lot.
All right, like 10 in a row. Okay, coming off of a bye week with Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's not going to let them sit still. Drake May is having a season. And give me the Patriots in this game. I'll take those 1.5 points. I don't care if it's snowing. I don't care if it's cold. I think that the Patriots are a hard-nosed football team. It's a lot more fun to root for them now than it was with Tom Brady. I can tell you that. And I'm rooting for them in this game. They're going to win.
Max kind of had a point a little bit ago when it's a Drake May prove it type of game. I think it's going to be an excellent game. I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I think he might be a little tight in this game because it's such a big time game. This is the biggest game of Drake May's life, career so far. So
when you're on a 9-game win streak, though, or 10-game win streak, every game is that. I get it. But the Bills
that win streak, they've only beaten.
I don't care.
They beat the Bills and they beat the Bucks, and that's it.
I don't care.
Every other team is less than 500. So.
I don't know. It doesn't make any difference. One of the reasons that they're 500 or below is because of having to play the Patriots. Look, we went through this last year when we listened to people making excuses about our team. So
we got another good game here. Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored.
I think that's a slap in the face.
5.5. Yeah,
that's a slap in the face.
Over under is 41.5. Give me the Chargers to cover and to outright win.
I agree.
What he said.
I agree. I'm taking them too. It's going to be cold, but it's not going to be like brutal cold like it's going to be in Chicago.
And the Chargers can run the ball.
Yeah, they can.
The Chargers can run
and
the
they
ball.
can stop the run.
They can. Herbert's a good quarterback. They got weapons all over the field. Yeah, I like the Chargers, and their defense isn't awful.
They made a statement last week, man. I'll tell you what. I did not believe in them against the Eagles, and they went out there and they showed me. And, honest to God, that matters. You got to show me.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, show me.
So we're all agreed in that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
How is this game only 11.5?
Yeah. Raiders at Eagles.
The Eagles are in turmoil.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because the Eagles, nobody knows what the Eagles are. The Eagles don't even know what they are right now. And it makes odd makers nervous. Yes, they're going to win this game, but it would not surprise me one bit if the Raiders covered this game. Over under is only 38.5. Give me the Eagles to win. I'm not touching the spread. I might even lean under, to be honest with you.
I'd probably go under with this game. The Eagles can win this game easily, like 24-10, 24-3, something like that.
I might agree with you, Paulie Wood.
I tell you what, Paulie, I have had a bug in my ass to go ahead and pick the Raiders the last couple of weeks. Last week, it would have definitely screwed me. 11.5 is a lot of points. That's a lot of points.
I agree, especially with the way the Eagles are playing right now, man. I mean, they don't know their elbow from their asshole, and
This could be the get back game. That's the thing, is the Raiders are so bad.
It could
the Raiders
be,
are so bad.
Listen, when we play the Eagles next week, I'm not entirely sure that we can't win that game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Eagles, aside from their mental problems going around their locker room, all of the buzz and all that kind of stuff, physically, they're just not the same this year. Saquon Barkley is nowhere near the same.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because his home run, like I was saying before the NFC Championship, he can't hit the home run. He doesn't have any breakaways, and he can't get.
But he did on their first play.
And then look what happened.
Wow.
And look what happened. He's had 2 50-yard touchdowns this year. He had 13 last year.
And look what happened. They won the Super Bowl. That's the bottom line of that. All right, so we're all on Philadelphia in this. And I think the Raiders taking 11.5. You know what? Just for Paulie, I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, I'm taking that. Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so.
I don't blame you one bit.
No, give me that.
All right, Ravens at the Bengals. Ravens are favored by 2.5 over.
See, this is disrespect part 2.
So real quick, before you get into disrespect, did you guys able to see the thing I sent you guys this week about the Ravens right guard?
You know what? No, YouTube would not allow me to see it because it was NFL content. It wouldn't let me see it.
He is the worst guard.
We're going to have to show you some of that.
Oh goodness! I'll have to find a clip and send it to you guys.
I think I know who you're talking about.
It's Falele. He blocks. They ran a counter tray where he ended up blocking the left guard or the left tackle. I'm sorry. He ran full on into the tackle. Like he is the worst guard I have ever seen play. And I've watched Corey Raymer be a revolving door. So
yeah,
the fact you remember Corey Raymer's name, I will tell you, is a triumph of my fatherhood.
I'm with Pollywood right here. I like the Bengals in this game. I
do
like
too.
the over.
That's why I tell you, that's why this is disrespect of the week, part 2. The Bills is the first one. They're disrespecting the Patriots at home, 10-game winning streak. Mike Vrabel, they've disrespected it. This one, look, the Ravens. What the fuck for? What have they shown you, Jesse? Yeah. I mean, I'm not telling you.
No,
I'm taking the Bengals too. I'm asking just a rhetorical question.
They've gotten a little bit better once they started getting healthy. You know, they got Lamar back. They got a couple weapons back, but they're still not the Ravens that are.
No, they're not. Look, when I say disrespect, this is Joe Burrow's house, and Joe Burrow is back. He's not just some freaking.
Did you hear his press conference yesterday?
No.
Oh, he's not back. He might not want to play football anymore because he keeps losing.
Well, whatever. The bottom line is this: they're kicking the Ravens' ass this weekend. They're kicking the Ravens' ass. As a matter of fact, I have a same game almost on this game. My John's over under has a lot of things in this game, a lot of plays in this game. What are you looking at? What do you like?
I'm laughing at your Tua.
All right. Oh, my Tua Frozenola. Yeah. All right, so Zay Flowers, under 68.5 yards receiving, okay? Listen, DJ Turner, when he's matched up against the number 1 receiver, can erase them. I don't care what else the Bengals have been defensively. He gives up jack shit nothing. And he's gonna frustrate Zay Flowers all day, under 68.5 yards receiving all day. Chase Brown over 40 alternate, alt rushing. Derrick Henry over 70.5 alt rushing. Devin Ashane over 78.5 straight up rushing. Ooh. Yeah, I'm taking that. Devin Ashane he's on a tear right now. Tua Frozenola. No, listen, it's going to be 12 degrees in Pittsburgh on Monday night. Tua is going to die.
This goes back to his college years playing in Alabama. He wasn't very good in the cold.
They never had to play in the cold.
Well, he's going to have to this Sunday or Monday night, and he's not going to do well under 195.5 yards passing. And I'm taking that whole game, Miami at Pittsburgh, under 41.5 total points. Pittsburgh's going to win. But
did you guys see what happened to TJ Watt?
Yeah, collapsed lung.
Did you see why?
No, I didn't see.
He was getting a dry needling procedure done in the team facility, and they hit his lung and popped.
Is that the same thing that happened to what's his name?
It's Tyrod Taylor. He was getting painkillers put in, but I mean, essentially, it's a needle that popped his own lung.
Maybe that's where Tyrod Taylor went. That's why the Jets is starting Schmuck Boy, is because Tyrod Taylor went to be by the side of TJ Watt to give it.
To circle back really quick, the Raiders are starting Kenny Pickett at quarterback this week.
Oh,
so revenge game? Is
small
Kenny
hands.
Pickett going to sack himself again?
Revenge game.
Little mini hands. Little mini hands.
Revenge game. You know what? That is like the fly that got swatted off the bull's ass coming back and going, I'm going to bite him this time. All right.
All right. We have the Browns at the Bears. The Bears are favored by 7.5. Over under is 38.5. I like the Bears in this game, but I like the Browns defense as well. I'm taking the under.
How many sacks is Myles Garrett away from the season record?
I think 4.
He might get it this week.
He might.
Good.
I'll tell you what, though. Caleb is
It's either 3 or
unbelievable
4.
escapability. He is unbelievably good escaping.
Garrett
ahead.
has
Finish your
20
point.
sacks. He's 2.5 away.
Is it 2.5? That's it.
The record's 22.5.
Yeah. Shit.
So he's 2.5 away. He might set the record this week.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they don't lay down for it like Favre did. But listen, I'm maybe unnaturally intrigued by this game. I'm curious. Listen, Shador Sanders put up 354 fucking yards last week. There's not been many quarterbacks this year that have put up 350 yards. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know what you're doing over there, but the fact of the matter is I'm interested in what he can do in the cold, because it's going to be like 10 degrees.
Well, he played at
With a high
Colorado.
of
He's
10,
used to
low
the
of
cold.
2. Huh?
He played at
I
Colorado.
know Colorado's cold, but this kind of cold, Chicago 10-degree cold, I don't know about that. The Browns defense is highly interesting. They're able to keep scores down. The Bears offense, on the other hand, they can move the ball and their defense takes it away. So to me, honest to God, if I didn't watch the red zone at 1:00, I'd watch this game. It has it sounds like a turkey, but to me, I think watching this Bears defense that likes to
Sounds
intercept
like a
passes
turkey.
go
Looks
against
like a
Shador.
turd.
What's
You
that? What'd you say?
Sounds like a turkey. It looks like a turd. I'm out on
Here's
this one.
here's my thing with Shador, though. He threw for 360 yards. He also threw the ball 42 times.
I don't care.
So
That's how
he
they.
is-
I mean, dude.
I know, but he has to. He cannot complete a pass. His completion percentage is 52.
Well, the Bears like to intercept the ball. That's the thing. To me, this game is just interesting, right? So I'm taking the Bears all day. I'm not taking the 7.5. I'm going to take the Browns to cover, but I'm taking the Bears to win. And I think it's going to be an under. I think it's going to be one of those games that
Yeah, that's what I think. It's gonna be an under. It's gonna be cold.
It's just going to be fucking cold.
And I think it's gonna be a defensive battle, probably like a 17-12 type of game.
Yeah. I mean, the Bears run the ball well, and the Browns stop the run exceptionally well. All right, so Tennessee and San Francisco.
All right, we got the Titans
Tennessee,
at
fresh off a
49.
win against those Browns.
Listen, y'all all laughed at me.
50 yards
Y'all
and
all
Shador
fucking
threw.
laughed at me when I picked Tennessee last week.
I did laugh at
And
you.
You did.
Well, that's because your penis was showing. I don't know if you realized it. Anybody that wants to go back and watch the other videos.
The 49ers are favored by 12.5. Over under is 44.5. And this is a big line that I would take the 49ers to cover in this game right here. 49ers are at home. It's going to be nice weather. Give me the 49ers laying the points 100%.
Go ahead, Max.
I want to take the Titans, and I'm trying to figure out why I shouldn't.
Because you have a brain.
Well, I just think it's due for the Titans to get something. And
You mean cover
They got
or
it last
win?
week.
Are you
They
meaning
ain't
cover
getting it this
or
week.
win?
No, I mean like because I'm looking at the 49ers and they're just beat up on the defensive side of the ball. And
Beat up enough that Cam Ward can beat them. Well, I mean, you know what? They beat the Browns last week.
Do you know who the Titans wide receivers are?
Yeah, it's Alec Ayamanor. That's the only one.
And it's not even really a one. It's like
I understand. I'm looking at
another
the
guy.
Titans and I'm like,
I can't remember his name right now.
like
I don't know
Christian
why.
Dyke.
DK.
DK. That's the
same
one.
thing.
DK.
I'm gonna take the Titans to win this game.
Oh my God.
That's your son. That is your fucking son.
Look, I look at
you
it.
take ownership over that, right? There.
From his mother's side.
The reason why they're just so beat up, and they always drop one they shouldn't end of the season. They always do.
You think? I mean, really, the Titans?
Because also the Niners have the Rams coming up on Thursday Night Football, right?
So you're going to overlook the Titans?
I think so. It's the trap game.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to listen to that, and I'm going to take. I will take the Titans to cover. I'm going to take the Titans to cover until halftime, and then after that, I think the 49ers win this game like 23-3. So yeah.
All right, moving on. All right, we have that is good game right here. Lions at Rams. Rams are favored by 5.5. I think that's a little much. Over under is 54.5. I like the Rams in this game, but I like the Lions to cover. This is gonna be a fun one, guys.
The Rams have been a little bumpy lately. You know, Matt Stafford had been talked about as an MVP, and I think he's still well within the running. But
they had one pooper game.
They did. They had a pooper game.
Yeah, the Lions need to win this for playoffs. The Lions are out of the playoffs right now.
But they're on the road, even though in LA, I don't think that makes a single bit of difference.
I'm definitely taking the over as well.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing. That's a high number, excuse me. And even though it says to me you should take the over, every time I do on a high number like that, it comes up under. So I'm going to hit the under slightly, but I'm taking the Rams to cover. I think that they've got more to prove to themselves than the Lions are capable of stopping.
I think the Lions defense is not very good, and I think the Rams are just going to keep pouring on. And the Lions offense is just so good. Rams got a good defense, but I think the Lions offense is that good that they can score. It's going to be like a 32-27 type of game.
32-27. All right, Max, what do you got?
I think the Lions are going to win this game because they have to. But I'm going to also take the under. I think this is going to be we think it's going to be the high-flying pass game. I think this is going to be one of the ones where they run the ball a lot. This is two very good running teams.
They really are. All right, you got the same game.
Very good running backs right here, and Gibbs and Montgomery.
They are not. My goodness, Paulie. The most overlooked threat in the NFL.
All right, so Jesse, easy money, same game parlay of the week. Got Matt Stafford 200+ passing yards, Kyron Williams 50+ rushing yards, Devontae Adams 40+ receiving yards, Pookie Nuki 70 receiving yards, and an anytime touchdown. He's had a drought lately, so I think he's due.
Is he the best wide receiver in football
right now?
Probably now, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Chase is really, really fucking good too now that Burrow is back. Jared Goff 200+ pass yards, Amon-Ra St. Brown 50+ receiving yards, Jahmyr Gibbs 50 rushing and 25 receiving, David Montgomery 20 rushing yards, and Colby Parkinson 20+ receiving yards.
I mean, back to the receiver thing real quick.
Honestly,
for me, Jefferson's 4 because JSN is blowing up.
Yeah. Jefferson hasn't had a good year this year. So
it's because of the quarterback. Yeah. Look at the quarterback.
Well, yeah, he hasn't had a good year because of the quarterback. And I would like to bring that back up to my fantasy football commissioner over there who would have vetoed my trade last year when I'm telling you.
Well, last year was a different story, bro.
I'm sorry. As it turns out, it wasn't. But we're not going to go getting back into that, even though I brought it up. I do like what you said. What did you say? You said Peterson?
Pakistan. Colby Pakistan.
John Wayne movie. If Dub is watching, if Dub is here listening, if just Dub is listening, man, me and him are on the same wavelength. This movie, and as far as the Green Berets go, the old John Wayne Vietnam fucking propaganda movie. Oh, the little Vietnamese kid that said Peterson. Peterson was my Peterson. Brave.
Real quick, what happened to Emeka Egbuka? He's not catching the ball at all anymore.
No, he's not.
That is a good question.
Because also, what happened to Tampa?
Well, Tampa, they've had a lot of rash of injuries, just like we have, especially to the wide receiver position.
But now they're getting everybody back, and Buka is kind of falling down the ladder a little
It's not
bit.
even like he's falling down the ladder because he's not getting targets.
He had a target last night and he missed it.
He was the second most targeted receiver on that team last night, and he's just fallen off to the point where I don't know if I keep him in a league next year.
I'm wondering if his Godwin came back and now Williams is back or Evans is back, excuse me, and McMillan has come back. I wonder if that's kind of. I mean, God, imagine having those receivers.
Ibuka fell off the last couple of weeks.
Ibuka hasn't had a good game in like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the fact is he's from Ohio State and he sucks.
All right, we have the Panthers at the Saints. Panthers favored by 2.5. That's odd. Over under is 40.5. I think the Panthers should be at least 3-4 point favorites in this game. But give me the Panthers the win.
You know, I would think that I would take the Panthers in this game all day long, but I think what I have learned after 15 weeks of trying to figure out the Panthers is as soon as I think I know what I should do, I'm going to go the other way. I'm taking the Saints in this game. Give me those 2.5 points, and I'm taking the under.
The last time I had this conversation,
why they are related.
Well, last time we had the conversation about the team, I looked at Dad and I said, "Hey, what are the Saints and what are the Panthers?" And we talked about it, and I took the Panthers, and the Saints won. The Saints are winning this game.
There you go.
Because Bryce Young is going to throw a stinker out there, and they're going to do – Tyler Shuck is going to do something crazy.
This is disrespect part 3.
All right, the Packers are favored by 2.5 at the Broncos in Mile High. Over under is 42.5.
To me, that's disrespectful. This team has won 10 in a row. They have. It's not a fluke when you have Sean Payton as your head coach. Okay, if it was some out of the wild, someplace like last year, like DQ, I would say so. But they're not. Even though they've had a lot of come from behind victories, the Packers have been sluggish. All right, they're starting to pick it up, but to favor them in Mile High,
or
in Vesco or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that's disrespectful in my opinion.
It is Toyotathon, and we have proven Jordan Love during Toyotathon turns it up.
Was that last week too?
He had 234 yards last week.
I know he was very good last week. I'm taking the Packers in this game.
I got the Packers too.
I think the Packers, but it's not going to surprise me if Denver wins this game. This game is one I'm excited to watch. I might not put Red Zone on. I might just watch this game.
You know, the weather's not going to be so bad in this game. And when I say not so bad, when I talk about as compared to Kansas City and Chicago this week, not so bad is 25 as compared to 10. I think the weather in Denver is going to be like in the 50s this weekend.
High of 62.
There you go. So, give me the Packers in that. I think Jacobs has a big day, and Scott does too. Scott's pisser of the week, which is him, by the way. Scott, who is sleeping off his Christmas party right now. Let's see. Go ahead.
JSN over 96.5 receiving yards. Panthers minus 7.5.
Bears
minus 7.5. Panthers minus 2.5. Packers minus 2.5. A CMC anytime touchdown. Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown. And a Travis Etienne anytime touchdown for 6.764.
Listen, Scott's pisser hit last week. 100% hit last week. That's how he was buying drinks for his whole staff this week at the Christmas party.
I don't hate that,
but he hit it.
Pisser.
So hey, hats off to Scott.
Jesus Christ. All right, we have the Seahawks or the Colts at the Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 13.5. Over under is 42.5. And Phillip Rivers is going to make his debut.
That's right.
That's
Dan.
I got the Seahawks winning, but I have the Colts actually covering this game.
I forgot to snap account.
Dad, what? I need your old brain. Has there been a quarterback that came? Okay. Has there been a quarterback that came back after 5 years of not playing?
The longest time that I can remember is Randall Cunningham, and I don't know how long that was, but it was long enough that he was in the studio with TNT when they brought him back to Minnesota. And that maybe have been 3 years. This to me, we got a lot to unpack on this one. Go ahead, Jesse. You start us off. I mean, you just love you some Philip Rivers.
Win. I like the Colts defense. I like to.
Jonathan Taylor.
I might take the under in this game, but I like the Colts to cover this game. I think 13.5 is too much.
I kind of agree with you. I think that, all right, Philip Rivers, they say, okay, well, everybody, all these freaking podcasts, he's been covering, he's been running that offense. He's been running Shane Steichen's offense in high school. Yeah, that's a lot different. All right, that's like telling me
he doesn't have live bullets firing at him either.
You can be a general because you've been playing Risk. All right. So, I mean, Philip Rivers, he was a damn good quarterback. I think I'm taking the Seahawks, but I think you're right. I think I'd take the Colts to cover in this game, and I think I'd take the over because he's just that much of an asshole to make it hard on the Seahawks. I could see this game being one of those 42-38 type things. Go ahead, Max.
I'm going to take the Seahawks to cover. I'm buying stock in Icy Hot. I mean, I'm whatever you can do to say that this is I think the only one that comes to mind isn't even a quarterback. It's Deion Sanders when he came back to play for Baltimore. He was retired for 4 years.
Yeah.
But I can't think of a quarterback.
Yeah, Ray Lewis, though.
Yeah, but I can't think of I can't think of a quarterback, and this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Why would you do this? I mean,
they're desperate. Why don't you hire Taylor Heineke, for fuck's sake?
I saw that I saw that Cam Newton said it's a punch in the mouth that they didn't call him. And
whatever. Cam Newton, people look at you and they say, how the hell are we going to fit that under a helmet? We don't have enough money to pay for the fucking plastic. So, listen, I'll take the Colts to cover in this game. Fuck it. Why not? I think the Seahawks will be too busy laughing. I wonder how many times they'll have to go, TV timeout. I got to change my diaper. George Blanda, 48 in his final year as a starter as a kicker.
He was a quarterback.
He was a quarterback / kicker, but he wasn't a kick. He wasn't. No, he didn't start.
His last quarterback year was in 1968, and his last year playing was 75.
Right. He was a kicker / quarterback. He could play quarterback if need be, but for the most part, in Blanda's career, Blanda was quarterback, and then it was Daryl LaMonica. And then after Daryl LaMonica, it was Blanda for a little while, and then it was Ken Stabler. And that's the way that went.
Boring. All right, Vikings at the Cowboys.
Dallas is
no one cares about George Costanza.
Dallas is going to win the NFC East.
Cowboys paid by 6.5.
Dallas is going to win
7.5.
Dallas is going to win this division.
I have the Vikings winning this game.
You're insane.
The Vikings winning.
All right. Vikings winning outright.
Wow.
All right. So, okay.
Dude, I mean, you picked the Titans. Take. You got no room to talk whatsoever.
I mean, look. I mean, that's fair. But
bang, there's nothing you can say about that.
You look at the Cowboys, and what does Minnesota have to offer? That's going to try.
They got a good defense.
They've got a halfway decent defense, and their offense is good enough
shut up by the Seahawks too. Like
the Cowboys defense still has problems. I don't care what
that's fair,
but
that offense is the most dynamic offense in the NFL.
Yeah, that's true.
There isn't any.
It's not like I mean, granted, they beat the shit out of our defense, so we're going to probably overvalue them a little bit. But no, they still have Justin Jefferson. They still have Addison. Jordan. They still have 2 high-quality running backs. They've got a decent offensive line. If J.J. McCarthy can keep his fucking dick hard, I think they've got a chance in this game. I don't know that I think they're going to win on the road, but I would definitely take them to cover that 6.5, and I like the over in this game.
Look at what Minnesota did in the 5 weeks before they played us. They went 1-4.
It's a different.
Different game.
You're
right,
but
the same thing
came back.
What the Dallas Cowboys do at that time?
Aren't they 5? They haven't lost in a while.
No, it's not that they haven't lost in a while. They just lost last week, didn't they?
They lost the Lions, but they're 3-2 in that same time.
All right. Point being is their defense was a fucking joke until they traded for Quinn and Williams, and then it's gotten a little bit better. Hey, well, whatever. The Vikings. I'm taking them to cover.
The Cowboys are going to trounce in this game.
Trounce.
For outright
trounce.
Straight up trounce. All right, here we go with the freeze.
All right,
bowl.
Dolphins at the Steelers. Steelers are favored by 3. Over under is 41.5. I think the Dolphins have been playing a little bit better as of late. David Achane.
They're in the playoff hunt, dude.
You know,
They've won 4 straight.
That guy is a good running back.
Yes, he
The
is.
problem is to Frozen Agaloga or whatever.
To a
John
Frozenola.
said.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to be too cold. So the Steelers are going to win. Warren is he healthy? Jaylen
Yes.
Warren. Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like him for an anytime touchdown as well.
See, I kind of think Kenneth Gainwell's going to get the touchdown, but it's definitely just too cold. PETA is going to protest the game, thinking that there's actual dolphins being frozen on this field. And they might be right. I'm taking, like I said earlier, I'm taking the Steelers to win. I'm taking the under in this game, and you saw everything else I had on there. Tua Frozenola go the under on his passing yards. I think it's 196.5. But take Devin O'Shane for the over, because that dude, I think it's 78.5. He can rip off 40 to 50 yards in one run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he is that good. So there we go. All right, big game of the week.
Game of the week. All right. Commanders at the Giants. Giants are favored by 2.5. Over under is 46.5. And I have the Commanders winning this game.
Oh my God.
Somehow, some way. Marcus Mariota is going to throw for over 372 yards. Just kidding. But I do have him over 250. Terry scores a touchdown, as well as Ben Sinnott gets in the end zone for the Commanders. We win 27-19.
All right. Max, go ahead. Give us your entire prediction for this football game.
We're going to lose 17-13.
Yeah, see, that sounds too fucking reasonable. That's the way this kind of game would go. It'll bore the living shit out of you. It'll be cold. Everybody on the field will look like they'd rather be somewhere else. And, yeah, that'll happen. But I'm not going with it. I'm going with what Jesse said. The Commanders are putting it together this week. 31-14. They're whooping up on the Giants because there's no way in hell ever would I ever pick the Giants to beat the Commanders. I mean, I wouldn't say anyone, but the Commanders. Never. I swear to God, I hate the Giants more than anything. And I think that they're going to win, like I said, what did I say, 31-14? Well, there you go.
Yeah, the over-under looks about right. I think that's I think
Give me the over. Give me the over.
46.
Fuck it. Give me the over. Marcus Mariota with the big day.
All right.
Let's see here.
I got an appointment for a rub and tug. Let's wrap this up.
All right. So, Miley, Jesse will be there rather shortly, and we will see you all on Tuesday to talk about whatever it is we saw on Sunday. And until then, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Come on over, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff that we would do for you. And you know that we do. You know that we do. And, I know that a lot of people out there would be thinking to what I just said and say, I don't have a channel. I don't have a podcast. You're a human being. You're breathing. You have a channel and you have a podcast, even if you don't know it yet. Until next time, we'll see.